Alrighty, we're back. Hey Zanzu, agrees to you with this look at Twilight. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, let the game run for about half a day of today. Not too much. But... Alrighty, our task is now to extract dark bodies parts. The dark heart, dark intestines and the dark brain. Everything has a meaning. You can see the skulls and the other skulls of the body parts. Which means we need more bodies now. More bodies. Our friend the body deliverer will bring us some bodies because we have carrots for him. And, well, considering that there are indeed actually dark body parts, I kind of wonder. Witchcraft, of course, is kind of a thing, I guess. There's some form of magic. So I guess there's also actually evil things. I mean, we kind of removed the evil. There's ghosts. So it kind of makes sense that there could be dark body parts, cursed ones. And we need to bring 3 of them to the Inquisitor so he can convince the king that indeed we are not safe. We kind of have to keep burning witches. We can't just have no evidence in order to burn new witches. I don't like helping the Inquisitor. I don't know. I guess my graveyard keeper friend considers this all to be part of a bad dream. Which it very well might be, for all we know. So, let us see whether we have any hollow body parts. So already, removing blood gives plus red and minus grey. Isn't that kind of backwards? Or are the pluses and negatives backwards? Removing the brain has plus and plus. I wonder whether plus and minus are backwards. So plus basically removing brains, removing red skulls, and minus adding grey ones. This is strange. He seems like a nice fellow. I'm not so sure about that. So this one here, removing the flesh, just straight up removes 1 grey skull. So yeah, this is kind of how it works. Kind of strange. It feels backwards. So I guess also the question would be whether I guess the question would also be whether we can actually see whether those intestines are actually dark ones. Hang on. Crafted at a preparation place and preparation place 2. This is the autopsy table. Is that the preparation place? I just now had the thought that maybe we actually need to craft those. Preparation place 2. What is the difference between 1 and 2? Alrighty, let's actually just make a preparation place 2. Because I actually have no idea what that does for us. Let's see, 10 wooden planks, 4 steel parts and 8 nails. So my thought right now is, maybe we just can't see that they are dark body parts, or alternatively we have to make the dark body parts ourselves. Which, that would be really dark. Well, no pun intended. just happened. So, also, let's put the carrots here for now. I wanted to use the carrot seeds. So we need 4 steel parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 nails. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I made 8 nails at a time. For some reason I thought it was 4. Never mind then. So 1, 2, 3, 4 back. And 8 planks. Do we have any more planks left? No. So I need to make some planks. Never actually considered making a preparation place too. Let's see what that does for us. Maybe preparation place 2 has more options. Although that does make sense because you can also quote unquote make them a preparation place 1. So well, I guess we'll see. Preparation place 2. Wait, it's 10 planks. Which means I need some more wood, which means I actually need to go and grab my axe. Which I'm pretty sure I don't have on me right now. Yeah. I might just go on an exhumation spree trying to see whether we already have buried some bodies that may have the things in them that we are looking for. Also, I'm most definitely going to use that prayer for repose now. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I mean, the basic description is all bodies are welcome. Right, I need planks still. Let's go and hold the sermon real quick. Alright, the prayer for repose makes it so bodies have both more red skulls and also more grey skulls. Let's just hope that He-Man doesn't burst through the door. I really don't need that much faith anymore. I wish there was a way to use faith. I wish there was a way to use overflowing green and red points. Hi. How are you doing? What is my current goal? My current goal is to get a dark brain, a dark heart, and dark intestines. And apparently they can occur on bodies. I don't know how, and please do not actually tell me how they can occur. I would appreciate it to not know. Because we are just figuring it out as we go. Yeah, and welcome to you as well, Wildlockar. Hope you're having a nice day. And also, welcome back anybody who might be lurking, or for that matter, watching the VOD of it. Hope you're having a lovely day so far. Don't worry about answering, it's okay. Enjoy the lurk. No, don't make the flitch. Ah, my dummy. But, if I remember correctly, I can make wooden planks out of flitch. Takes a bit of energy. So what are those for? Basically, the short version is... the Inquisitor has been asked by the king, or, well, basically the king has weird ideas about human rights and not being able to burn witches without having evidence against them. Which, that's kind of silly if you can't burn witches. If you actually need evidence that they are witches, that's strange, isn't it? Basically, he wants to convince the king, or more specifically, he has the thought of maybe the king is possessed even. He doesn't just want to convince him, he wants to make sure that the king is also convinced. So he tasked us with finding the cursed intestines, the cursed things that can occur. What is the point of a table 2? I have absolutely no clue. So this appears to be not a cursed body part, unless I have to just extract the ones. And you can't actually see it beforehand. I would not know about that. So let's do it this way. Instead of making new graves at this point, I'm going to go ahead and every time we get a body, we check the body and replace one of the graves in our graveyard with someone new. We technically already have graves that are opened up but not closed, but we don't really need to worry too much about our graveyard rating anymore. We get a little bit less money for it, but that's okay. Hey Blushy, welcome. How are you doing? I'm so refreshed. You know, before I do this, I guess I do kind of want to have more marble fences, or stone fences for that matter again. So we're going to make 6 more marble fences and 6 more, let's say, rather basic gravestones, because marble fences will pretty much cover everything else anyways. You're well enough. Well, I hope it gets much better than that too. Welcome to you, Blushy. So I need the polished bricks of stone, but I also need energy. Again, not using wine or anything to replenish energy, because we kind of want days to go by, in the hopes that we find the Dark Intestines before the next Inquisitor's Day arrives. So let's make a bunch of polished bricks of stone. That is number 4 and 5. So then we want to make carved pieces of stones. Out of those we make some more gravestones. Eventually, anyways. Maybe I should just put the body into the graves for now. So, let's take a look at this one. Ooh, and here we have a dark heart. to extract it. So this kind of confirms that we can actually see them straight up. The body... oh, the dark heart was actually, well, just kind of cleansed the body. So while the Inquisitor's methods of finding, let's say, new preys aren't the greatest ones, he might have a point about the dark hearts making the bodies not so nice. This even has a +1 without having anything else attached to it. That's kind of fascinating. I don't think I've seen that before. Yeah, we'll complete this afterwards. So, we may have to get a bit lucky here in order to get the Dark Intestines, but also the Dark Brain. Actually, I had plenty of gravestones over there still. Not entirely sure why I decided to go ahead and try to make more. Huh. Oh well. With the polished bricks of stone, we are going to make a bunch of stone sculptures. They are a bit bulky, but that's okay. Before I use up all my energy on those here though, let's actually lay this other body to rest. Can I squeeze? No! It just doesn't work. Wait, there's the other body. And hey Stalker, oh, I forgot to update the title, didn't I? No, there's no other meeting, the meeting is over by now. Let's see if by the end of the next day we don't have all the intestines that we're looking for, I'm going to go ahead and just go on an exhumation spree, trying to, well, see whether we can't just make our request be complete. Was it a good meeting? Sure, we could say that. Basically, it was the Riprunners meeting, in case you're curious about that. Just talking about potential future events, talking about, hey, how's it going with your streams, how is my stream, etc. Essentially just kind of keeping up to date on various things. This is the general idea. Alrighty, let's hope for a dark brain. And the reason why I say it by the end of the next day is because that's when we get the last body. Let's see. Brain, please. Nothing. Ooh. This one will require some rather special treatment in order to be cleansed of all the sin. How we can tell that somebody is sinful or not? No clue, it's just red skulls. I mean, gameplay-wise, we know it's red skulls, but how would you tell normally? I have no idea. Game logic. It's okay. The one Ryan missed? Yes. Let me update the title real quick, actually. Yep. So thank you for the heads up. So yeah, welcome back to you as well, Stalker. Hope you're having a lovely day so far. You know, we have those bodies here. They've been around here since a while, and I managed to replace them eventually. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Just start working on that at this point. You already removed the meeting part. Oh, thank you. You probably did the exact same part as I did, just move things. Well, this looks like a normal body, which means we're going to lay it to rest in the ashes. This is way better than Rura and Turn Off Hats. I'm not sure what you're referring to with this, but I can imagine the ads are really annoying. Actually, I have no idea how the Ryu stream currently works. I have not managed to watch it in quite a while. Rise Diablo 2 run? That's fair. I see, so it's still the same in that case. To each their own, some people actually like it that way. I mean, there's nothing wrong about it, just different preferences. If I sleep now, I should just pretty much wake up by the bell, so I'm actually going to grab some wine. Just to have energy for excavating a ton of stuff, because I kind of expect to have to do that, honestly. Where do we go and start with? Here we go. Just in time. Do I have finally all the technologies? We have unlocked the final set of technologies here. Aside from that, there is this thing here missing. And those two. Which I could get those two right now if I wanted to. Just don't feel like I have any reason. And everything... Oh, there. Fine woodworking. So basically, I have not quite enough blue points yet to justify unlocking straight up everything. And I'm not sure we need one or the other, like, maybe I need the fine wood stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Oh boy, we have Dark Intestines. Excellent. That's kind of what we needed. This body here needs some silver. Okay. We have intestines, so we just need a dark brain. So chances are that the bodies we currently have in our graveyard actually don't have any of those dark body parts, because we only just unlocked them. I don't know how it works, but as again, there are certain grays that we kind of wanted to replace at some point anyways. And that's exactly what I'm going to aim for now. Any plans on releasing the fully open eye for the face emotes? Not currently. I don't even know what I would want to do with other emote slots, but not currently any plans for that. Why did he burn that body? Because we can get much better bodies. No, it's more like the concept of I took a lot of things out of it. I guess we could put it onto the graveyard. I don't know. It feels like I can get up to 7, even 8. I'm lucky. This must be one of those graves where I didn't know how the points worked yet. You have many ideas for emotes. The tricky thing is to get an emote completed that will end up being... what's the word? Good to use in general, like... I don't know. I guess I'm just really, really picky. That's probably the main gist of it. Still 4 more left over. Wow. That's a pretty high quality thing. So, in a sense, we are just kind of running out of time here. Oh, I just realized if... Okay, so here's the deal. I'm reasonably certain none of the bodies currently can have the brain thingies. The reason for that is because it needs to have at least 4 red skulls. None of the bodies we have has even close to having 4 red skulls in the graveyard, because of course we kind of got rid of them before we reached that number. So unfortunately we kind of have to just wait. So there's essentially no chance, I just realized, that our bodies in the graveyard currently would have any dark intestines. Whenever you tried making something, rabbis were really difficult to make as emotes. Yes they are. Really, really difficult to make. I mean, your little cozy rabbit is really awesome though, Quadlight. By the way, that was Quadlight who made that one. Dark Brain, you have intestines. Yes, I probably said it wrong. Either way, we're missing one piece. Which, by the way, I guess I could have already delivered, but I just didn't feel like doing so. Unless this body that just arrived was the brain and we would be able to make it in time, which I don't think we will be able to. Hang on. Nope. It has enough skulls, but not in time for that, unfortunately. So essentially we have to wait at least one more week. Which, well, since we seem to need to get lucky anyways, that is somewhat okay-ish. I'm back. Indeed, you're back too. Welcome back, Eldrest. Oops, not Fletch. Note to self, actually need a little bit of energy. Well, I guess I have wine if necessary. What is the timer on the top of the screen? This is the buff that we got from the Prayer of Repose. The Prayer of Repose basically says all deceased are welcome in your graveyard. What it effectively does is that bodies arrive now with more red and also more grey skulls that we will be able to take care of. And that's the current, well, plan on what I'm looking for. I need a bunch of bodies with a lot of red skulls right now, because those are the cursed intestines that we need to take care of. You know, it would have actually been kind of a fitting thing if you could have, let's say, made a dark injection in order to make those cursed intestines yourself. So matter of fact, chances are you actually can, thinking about it. Either way, I need to take care of at least one body right now in order to have space for one more the next day. No, just not enough energy. That was unfortunate. By the way, thinking about it, feel free to tell me whether you can actually make a dark injection and that actually could result in you being able to make a body that has those dark intestines. If you know it, feel free to tell me. Because I decided basically it's not something that would be within my, well, self-imposed challenge type idea. So I would not do it anyways. But I'm kind of curious whether that actually works. Because it would pretty much make sense that a dark injection would cause some of the organs to become, well, dark, because, well, otherwise we are literally injecting them with silver and gold in order to make it nicer, I guess. I will consider going up here in order to fell trees. This is probably shorter. What does the cultist perk do? The cultist perk allows me to see what doing making certain operations on the body affect in terms of statistics. They tell me whether they add red skulls or remove red skulls, they add grey skulls or remove grey skulls. That's what the cultist perk does for us. I get one body a day, yes. Always in the evening. It actually took me forever to realize how it even works, because it felt just kind of the donkey was arriving at random times. So I don't know whether they updated it so it's not as random and just kind of consistent, or whether I just didn't notice it before, how it works exactly. You thought it was 2 bodies, did they? No, it isn't. It's just 1. It's always consistently 1. It might have been something different before, I guess. It definitely felt like there was a time where there was just body overflow. But I don't think that's a thing currently. So, coincidentally, it happened to be quite a good thing that I ended up making that prayer for a pose. Probably. Essentially, I'm creating a ton of wood billets to burn more bodies because, again, even though I now realize that replacing them and hoping for dark intestines on corpses that are already in the graveyard is not going to bear any fruit, I still think this is the correct thing to do, although I do still have some graves to fill before I will start replacing anything else. So this one here does not actually have anything noteworthy, even though it has 5 red skulls. We can remove all of those. Is there a way to restore decay on a dead body? Yes, there is. You can restore decay by creating certain other embalming liquids, or whatever they are called. Here, those green ones. You need to make preservatives and restore injection. This embalming fluid reduces body's decay by 50%. I assume this will remove decay. Preservative injection makes it so it never decays anymore. Probably, I don't actually know that. And then glue injection. This liquid can be applied to a body on the embalming table to modify its characteristics. I have absolutely no clue what that even means. And I'm probably not going to experiment on bodies with it. So, going to go for the gold injection. You glue on a second head so it has 2 skulls. Oh, nice. I like that. I like the idea of it. I don't like actually. Right, never mind. I'm going to shut up. Nice. Alrighty, I would like to say some more words. Our church is great. Stuff like that. Also, if you know anybody who has deceased, they are all welcome in this graveyard, no matter what they may or may not have done. Ooh. The donations took quite a dip there, because I removed a bunch of bodies and never filled the holes. But at the same time, I don't feel like I have any more use for the money anyway, so it's okay. Yes, it would be nice if the text would change depending on the prayer we use. Lots of faith. We have 582. I don't feel like I need that much. Well, maybe I'm wrong in the end. Maybe I need to have that much faith, like 1,000 faith, in order to jump through the portal in the end. and it actually working. Don't tell me. But it's just like, that's a thought that I've had. Which is why I'm consistently just making sure that I get the servants. Oh wait, let's put the fence down first. See how many more we need. We still need 5. Oh. This means this is our first body which actually gives us plus 10. I don't think we've had such a high quality body ever before, curiously enough. I wanted to put stuff back. Or maybe not back, just around here, I guess. Do we have enough carrots for the donkey? That is an excellent question. We should check that. I think we have enough carrots for a few more deliveries, but they were running relatively low last time, I think. 25, yeah, it's kind of low. High quality body, it must be a model. Well, I'm pretty sure that the measure or value in quality for our graveyard specifically anyways is how good or bad they were in life, considering that the red skulls represent sin and the grey skulls probably represent good deeds. Do they actually do that? I don't actually know. Probably. It's game. It's in the game, it's kind of, that's how it's described, so it probably makes sense. Where did I put the... Here. I remember having more carrot seeds. This works out perfectly in 2 rows. We should probably have enough urns now to make another marble columbarium, so that means I need some statues. More blue points. Yes, more blue points. Almost sounds like blueprints. Blueprints. Really 4 here. Put those here. Actually take 12 with us. Also, I'm going to take all the fat and blood with me for now and put it actually into the correct place eventually. Right, I could have gone for 2 less because that kind of filled up anyways. Wait, where am I going? Where am I going? I need 4 polished pieces of marble. One. 2. 3. then one more for making another carved statue. Oh. Because I know we have one more carved head thingy left over. Of silver quality, but we need a second one. So I need 4 bricks of marble. I have one too many, whatever. 2 statues, just need to find where the statue is. I think it was over here. Oh, I actually had more than that. Let's just take them with me. In fact, let's just... What else did I take over by accident? There, this one. In fact, let's just go ahead and make 3 more polished bricks of marble. In this case. That way we are already ready for the next columbarium. Whatever that might be. Also, this should destroy my iron chisel, so I don't have to put it back into the chest. Along the way, we will also get another body, because this should just arrive in 3, 2, 1... Ding! Did I deliver the carrots already? Probably not. Oh, no, iron chisel still around. Oh, that was in the fresh one. I see, that's why. By the way, the donkey is kind of... what's the word? He doesn't take all the carrots, even though there are totally 100 carrots in there. He only takes 5 at a time. He takes exactly his pay and that's it. I'm kind of proud of our little donkey. Pick that polished marble block, did I not? I did not. Of course I didn't. To be fair, I did not need it now, but... might as well go and grab it. Oh, right. Because it was in the chest. That's the one I calculated in too. Good point. So I need to actually open my window real quick. Be right back. Alrighty, so put those in here for now. Make sure we actually have always space for them. I don't know whether we ever need the wood repair kits again, but let's go ahead and figure out where we place the marble columbarium. Where do we have space for it? I think over here, yeah, over here we wanted to place it. So let's remove the 2 thingies here. You know what? Let's just remove... no. I was about to say, let's remove the other lawns as well for the eventual inevitable marble columbariums, but... this kind of looks really ominous right there. Either way, the butt part was, that's like... it will still take a while until we get more. Until then we are kind of missing out on, what is it, 16 points if I do that. Which is less than ideal, I would say. built that pyre. What is a pyre? What is a pyre I can build? Oh, marble flagstones I wanted to make. Right. So, do I need marble stones straight up? Yeah, just pieces of marble. The place where you burn the bodies? Oh, yeah, I mean, I could just replace it too once I burn another body. It's perfectly fine. Like, there's no rush in this. In the meantime, I think I'm going to do the same as before. I'm going back up to the quarry and just start mining stuff again to exhaust the energy a lot quicker than before. But before that, I'm going to wait until it is time to get our next body. We have 2 more chances to get that dark brain. And we could get lucky, who knows? Would be kind of nice. So what do I need for building iron stockpile? Only 4 flitch? Mildly surprised. Do I need more up there? We'll see. Oh, I also wanted to deposit the fat and blood into the mortuary rack, because that's kind of where it belongs. And in about 10 seconds we will have another body. Have I finished the dungeon? Yes, all the way through. Honestly, at the end I just decided to use the wine that I more or less just newly discovered in order to... Nope, no luck. In order to try and go all the way through as quick as I could. So, we go up to the quarry in this case. Also, how do I build another stone cutter? I need 4 nails. Can I make nails here? I can, but I need iron here. Can I make iron here? I can. So basically my idea is remove this thing here and this thing away, so I have more space for iron placements. That way I don't have to switch back and forth as often. Imagine to speedrun this and not getting dark body parts. Again, my idea and assumption is, and it would make a lot of sense, is that you could just use dark injections to artificially create those dark body parts yourself. Like, in a sense, in a lot of cases, we've already proven to be, as the Graveyard Keeper, whether you want it or not, forced to be less than clean about various things. And which would kind of just reinforce that idea on top of it. There are dark injections, yes, they add 2 red skulls to a body, which can be desirable since you can only use gold and silver injection. If there is a sufficient amount of red and... well, actually, a sufficient amount of grey body part skulls around, excuse me. Which means, let's say a body has 3 red skulls. You can use a dark injection to make that 5. Use a gold and silver injection to convert 3 of those red skulls into grey skulls, and then you can remove the fat and the blood to make it just 1. To make it 0 red skulls, but 2 additional grey skulls that you would not have had before. So basically you can prep up the bodies even more if you really want to do that. Does it create dark brain heart intestines? I have no idea. It's just my theory that it would. I do not actually know that. By the way, I would like to point out, this furnace is super slow. I never realized how slow those actually are. I think this is furnace 1. That's interesting. By the way, the thing I'm actually looking for right now is getting gold nuggets. Which also, I guess, just advancing time quicker is another idea. Actually, I only need 8 nails. So I can remove this stone cutter and this thing, and then build a new stone cutter. Actually, I want the stone cutter too. Oh, maybe I should check whether I can actually cut iron ore with a stone cutter one, or whether that doesn't even work before I remove the others. I can. Cost 10 energy in those. It's a buff, vintage look. This is a buff, actually. It's a good thing. Essentially, we use the prayer for repose, and all bodies are welcome, no matter what they have done in life, which means bodies will arrive with more red and also grey skulls than they would have had previously. So it's essentially just to boost everything about the bodies that we can possibly get. That's the entire idea about them. And I literally only rearranged this entire thing here because this would be closer to where I need those things, or want those things to be. That's the entire reasoning. It's not a good reasoning, but it's my reasoning. Well, maybe it's a good reasoning, who knows. Yes, we have a body waiting. I'm considering just skipping all the way until we get the second body waiting. Just to make it a bit smoother. Since right here I can use a tremendous amount of energy. Just now. I've gotten 1 gold nugget. 1 gold nugget. Ever since I've tried to get gold nuggets out of this so far. That is not a whole lot, I have to say. Oops. Plenty of silver nuggets though, so that's a plus, I guess. But it will rot. What kind of graveyard keeper are you? It's true. It's actually a very good point, isn't it? Because all this time I've been going about self-imposed challenge and stuff, and now I'm doing this. What kind of graveyard keeper are you? I didn't even consider that until just now. Okay, not going to do that anymore after this. But for now it's just kind of close enough, I guess. Also, I just realized I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy anyways, because if I was lucky it was that body that had the brain and it would have been exactly Inquisitor's Day. Ah yeah. Oops, give me that back please. So it would have even made sense from an efficiency standpoint to check on it right away. Well, let's see. Dark intestines, not what we're looking for. Also, it's only 3. That's interesting, there's only 3 red skulls on this body. So I guess it can be on less than 4. Have I started dark body parts already? No. I mean, I could do that. There's either way not much of a reason to, but also not much of a reason not to, I guess. Unless it would give us a little bit more of a story information reason thingy, like background, so to speak. Only 275. So let's analyze them, I would say. Do you have anything? Nope, nothing to deliver. Oops, only one. One click is fine. Purple points? There's only blue points. Purple doesn't exist. Might look a bit purple at times, depending on circumstances, but it's always blue. Like these points just here, they look purple to me. Or violet, if you will. But it's just circumstances. Wait a second. Bring a dark heart for the ritual. I completely forgot how you wanted a straight up dark heart. The Inquisitor wants 3 dark Oregons. Well, I think he wants each one of the separate ones, not 3, just generally 3. But either way, we do have a dark heart, and if we give one to the other dude, we will need one more. Didn't I pick up the dark? Okay, I'm confusing myself right now. Why did I not pick up the dark heart and stuff? So... and only just clicked with me. I just put them in the chest. I thought I already had them in the chest. Either way, we can bring the dark heart over to Snake now. So that's a plus. It only just clicked with me that this is the thing that I need. Can be decomposed into essence, and it has an entire story for us behind this entire thing. It's a lot of blue points. That was about 100, wasn't it? Each. Pretty impressive. Which means we actually can pretty much unlock all the technologies at this point. Let's actually go and make that find woodworking thing. I have no idea what that is, now I'm curious. Anything else I can unlock? Here we can make a printing press and then subsequently a complex printing press. Let's just make those to see what we can make with them. And then also incense burner 2. I don't actually have any plans on building that one. But we have unlocked literally everything. Alrighty, yeah. Let's make a... There's a body here still. Derp, I forgot about you. I'm sorry. Do I have all recipes? No. I don't know where to get the rest of the recipes. We need another 4. Do we have something for 4? We do. Stone crust here. Which makes this nice and symmetrical. Can I open the menu? You want to see which ones I'm missing? I'm not really on the hunt for recipes either way. It's just like, if I happen to find them along the way, then we'll find them along the way. If not, that's okay too. From my book anyways. So I'm going to sleep, then another body should arrive, and then we are going to check out what the printing press 2 does, but also check out what the other thing I unlocked did, which I'll forget what it was. Kebabs are great. Kebab. Yes, I can imagine. I actually have not taken any look whatsoever at whatever the buffs do for you. Some of them actually, I think, make you run faster. Find woodworking, right. Right. So I need another dark heart, but also I need a dark brain. Neither of which this body has. You doubt I will find all of them anyways, judging by how I'm playing this. Yeah, that's very likely, isn't it? Generally speaking, even if I don't have those kind of silly rules for myself, I often tend to just be completely fine and alright with missing things. I don't need to find everything. I don't need to explore every nook and cranny. In fact, I just like to play with whatever I have and make it work. Or not, depending on how it doesn't work. Speaking of which, I should not have turned those into billets. That was a mistake, because now I most likely won't have enough to make those printing presses and such. Let's see, paper press. No, paper press is not a thing. I need a printing press. Can probably only build this in the basement, which kind of would make sense. That way it would not be out in the rain. So let's see. No, it's not here. Is it in the church basement then? Oh, it's probably in the farm, isn't it? No, it is here. Printing press. So 10 wooden planks for complex iron parts and 18 nails. So 10 for 18. The question will be whether I even have enough space. Probably not. 10 for 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, I don't. Is 6 plus. Ah, it's only 2. So I can make 8. Then I can make 2 more out of which. Oh, this is where you make the carved wood on the bench. Let's see. Could I already make carved wood? I would need a gold thingy for that. And more energy. Wasn't it 4 nails and 18 parts? I kinda doubt that. Usually it loses a lot more nails than parts. You honestly have no idea what carved wood is for. Me neither. Let's actually see what it does once I create it. I was thinking maybe the creation of the carved wood would allow me to gain a ton of points, like blue points for example, and that's why you want to make carved wood or something like that. But that doesn't appear to be the case, it's only like 5 red points. So what could you use carved wood for? Honestly, my first idea is that it is for the graves, like a fence. Thank you guys, appreciate that. Although it has a quality thing. That would not make any sense, would it? You have a gold star one laying around, but couldn't you find use for it? Not that you looked much for it. Maybe research it? I mean, researching just tells me what I can decompose it to. And that's it. Really. For the prayer station? A wooden prayer station. I would be surprised, but it could be one of the church thingies indeed. The wooden church thingies that I never built because I could make stone ones. By the time those were interesting. So I just make the stone ones. Do I still have the billets in my pocket? I think I do. Also, I think I still have corpse waiting here. Which should have its injection done by now. Probably quite a while ago, actually. So yeah, let's actually take a look at the wooden prayer station, maybe. So, rest in peace. Alrighty, wooden prayer station is not for here. Well, that's not a fence, is it? Just put the marble sculpture here, because why not? Kind of like the lighting effect of it. How many more do I need? 2 only. Okay. Works out perfectly fine. Let's see. Wooden prayer station loses a book, but nothing else. Let's see here. Still seems kind of ridiculous that wall candelabras use 2 gold jewelry. I mean, that's just insane. Nope, doesn't seem it. Maybe we just need to wait for patches. Indeed. Speaking of which, let's not forget about Snake. And hope that I get another dark heart. Wait, wrong place. This is what I wanted to do. Since now I can build. Did I never pick up the other wooden plank? Apparently I did not. I probably used that one by chance. Oh, I used it for the carving. There. Yep. I used it for carving. So let's see. Printing press. It fits here, quote unquote fits. Good enough. Let's see what we can make with a printing press. Probably just a lot more flyers, I imagine. Which should be interesting. Yeah. So for this we just need ink and clean paper. So it's essentially a way to mass produce flyers. And I guess that's it. Okie dokie. So I would say let's make some more fences. Which means some more polished stones. You wonder how high you can upgrade the store of the merchant, since he said the higher rank, the more money you get. Yes. I'm actually kind of curious about that too. Like, creating paper is relatively simple, I think. I've never tried to mass produce paper, but I feel like it would be relatively simple to make. Pave the graveyard with marble. Oh, right. Marbles. I wanted to do that. I keep forgetting. Right. There. I want to go and dig up some more marble. I highly doubt I could get gold out of it, but maybe. Just mass produce flyers and see where it caps. Yeah, that would be really interesting, whether there even is a cap. Like, it could just be diminishing returns instead. Hey, look at this. We have 2 dark hearts now. We still need a dark brain though. So if we kind of want to attribute certain ideas to those dark body parts or dark intestines, you could say, a dark heart would be someone who is just truly evil and wants all the malice for people in this world. Maybe. Alternatively, what you could also consider it to be is... Actually, no. That's the dark heart. The dark intestines, I don't know how you would interpret the dark intestines. But maybe a dark brain is someone who just uses their knowledge and wisdom for all the evil. To acquire power for themselves or something like that. I don't know, intestines would just kind of be... They always have evil gut feelings. That doesn't make much sense. Someone who is really gluttonous. Yeah, I can see that. If we want to go with the idea of... Well... whatever they are called. The bad trait thing is... Let's mark them. Do I have a dark heart? I don't think so. It should be normal colored. Well, I mean, it really depends on how you consider that color to be dark or not. By its default, because I think if you open up the body, it automatically starts getting really... What's the word? It uses the oxygen in order to form clumps, and those usually get a lot darker. So I'm not sure how light or dark organs are normally with... You can rotate this. I don't know how light or dark organs normally are with normal stuff. 3. That's it? I thought I could make marble pathways, maybe. Maybe I'm just overlooking it. Lawn, marble flagstones, nope. No marble roads. I thought that might be marble roads. Cannibal intestines? You just really like to eat what you really shouldn't type of deal. That kind of reminds me of a glitch you can do in Yoshi's Island? Yoshi's Island, yeah. Where you can actually glitch out the game in a way where you can actually swallow Baby Mario. It's kind of weird. How much did it give? The same as the same size lawn. So it's basically just a matter of preference which one you are making. Yes, and you can make an egg out of Baby Mario. He probably just finds it to be fun and then comes back out of the egg, as we know Mario, because Mario seems to be indestructible. I did not leave the thingies there. Derp. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, in the next night we need to wait for Snake. In the meantime, I wanted to make a bunch of fences. Fence 2? Fence 2 it is. 9 of them. Should use a lot of energy too. Yoshi's Island is such a great game. It's really awesome, I agree. Such are Yoshi's Islands DS and the Yoshi Island. I have no idea about those actually. Never played them, never really seen them. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty, Snake should be around already. Let's make sure that we don't miss him. And afterwards we can immediately head over to our next body. Hoping that it's just the Dark Brain now. He's not here yet. Does he arrive in the morning? I don't remember. I thought he should be around by now. Hello! Hey buddy! Hello, 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 hello. Hi, how are you doing? How's the weather? I heard it's kind of cloudy and dusty outside. It's like a sandstorm, except there's no sand. Like in the desert. He probably does not even know what a desert is, because they are in the medieval times and they had no concept of such things. Speaking of which, it might actually be kind of curious that our graveyard keeper can just easily talk their language, and they are not just talking in a weird old dialect that Chichu wouldn't understand. I mean, it's technically Snake Day. I could have tended to the body in the meantime. Hi, how are you doing? I've got a dark heart for you. At last, everything is ready. Just a second. Wait here. I need to gather my followers. I wonder if the snake is actually the son of the Inquisitor. How long do I need to wait?
Sword, at least an hour or maybe 2.
Gary, is that you?
What a stupid question, of course it's me. I wouldn't miss this ceremony for the world. It should be hilarious.
Do you know what Snake is going to summon?
Sword, yes, actually, as his inner voice, I know who he would like to summon. But I have another guess about who he's actually going to get, and I can't wait to see. So let's wait.
The music is really good, by the way. Did they always have little green seams at the bottom? Today is the day. Today, I get what I have wanted for my entire life. I curse all of them, all of my anger. I sacrifice it for you. Appear among us, I beg you. Father. What? Whoa! That was startling me. 5 guards, wait here. 4 others go. I was right?
Sorry, this is brilliant.
Father? Where? What? Black magic? Now I see it's you. I remember your face. My son is dead. You are a creature of darkness. He was burned with his mother. The house on Witch Hill. Mother threw me out of the window just before the beams collapsed. You wove me a small horse out of vines. I called it Flame. Son, is that you, Seth? I am your father. Monsignor, we are here. You disappeared. Grab him, boys. No, stop. Let them go. Return to headquarters. But do it, son. It's like a dream. So, can we...
Of course, go. Just don't ruin the moment.
Yeah, I'd better go too. Wait, it seems that my ritual was a success after all. Here, my endless notebook is yours. I hope it'll help you to get back to your loved one. Thanks. And take my eternal burning coal. I don't think I want to burn anybody anymore. Thank you, Monsignor. Just call me Edward. Thanks, Edward. What are we going to do about the guardsmen? They saw us. We need to get back to the town first.
What a twist, but all Jerry knew. Haha, Yorick lost a bet.
And I'm one step closer to my love. That's why you mentioned you exhumed the body on the hill, burning it earlier, Yaga. It was the Snake's mother, the Inquisitor's wife. I mean, I assumed it was related to the Inquisitor, but literally only just moments before, just now, it actually clicked with me that this was indeed the Inquisitor in the end here. Like, I didn't realize that until literally just before. I wonder whether you can ever get a dark brain. Like, is that even a possibility? Probably. Plot twist. I mean, it's kind of been like a graveyard keeper is bringing families back together one way or another, or making new families for that matter, depends on how you look at it. So, this is interesting. Either way, we have actually all the tools we need. I wonder whether this also would work the other way around, where we bring the dark body parts over to the other dude. Then again, I'm wondering whether that's actually even a thing. Whether that's a thing that can even possibly happen, so to speak. Possibly. I don't want to. Well, he does no longer want to burn any more witches, so chances are he's not interested in me returning with the dark intestines. It's kind of curious that the Inquisitor would not have no idea who his son is. And also vice versa. Basically, it literally only clicked with me that, hey, Snakes told me something about him being basically an orphan. I actually literally did not realize before that that's kind of the connection, isn't it? He was an orphan. The Inquisitor thought he lost his wife and his son, but we only found one body when exhuming it. In fact, there was literally nothing left of the body. What am I doing? We have actually all the pieces, don't we? No, we're missing one thing, aren't we? I don't remember. So, let us see what happens now. Maybe we need to wait for the astrologer to help us more. Kind of weird that the Inquisitor would have such a drastic change of heart when he has been so devout his entire life. But, oh well. I'm happy for it. Craft a emitter. And craft a barrel. Everything's ready, but what's next? How do you turn on the portal?
So, you're going to leave?
I need to go back to my love.
I'm really sad now. I'll miss you.
Me too.
Sad. I remember, this portal isn't just for traveling. It can make your heart's desire come true. It seems like something went wrong with my wish.
Hi, friend. We've come to say goodbye.
How do you guys know? Anyway, it's not working. How did you know?
Well, we've been banned from the town, 2 brothers, one in the royal court, the other is a high cleric. That sort of looks suspicious to the royal council, who went to the tavern and the Lawrence had a feeling in his stomach that you were here. But I did manage to excommunicate half the town before we left. Aha! Now the only official church is the church beside the graveyard.
You can take the church and the garden if you want. Look, the symbols are starting to shine. Oh, I get it. Dida, Harvard. We know the names.
We barely managed to escape the tower. The Lord Commander used all his influence to slander us.
To be honest, it wasn't hard to find something to pin on us. The town is quite a mess these days.
The dead rise. Lord Inquisitor is accused of being the leader of a dark cult. It is a terrible time.
Bishop has excommunicated the town.
They were asking for it.
We're going to hide in the lighthouse for a while. Maybe we'll be able to get in touch with Wagnerson. I told you he'd be here. I see. You're planning on leaving us, my friend. Yes, Monsignor. This is bad, very bad. The curse is only gaining the momentum. We can't stop it. It may be too late. I should feel great about it, but I'm not. We're going to settle here and rebuild our old house. This place is sacred and protected from the curse. But still, we'll be facing an amazing time. Everything will be changed.
I'll pray for your safety.
It works. At last, my wishes came true. I'll be with my love. Whoa! Sweetheart! Startled me, my love. That's backwards. Wait a minute. Is that it?
Where's the zombie apocalypse? The invasion from the north. Traveling on the ship with merchant? Hell, the town! Nobody has ever showed us the town! I'm disappointed. They are just tons of greedy capitalist pigs. With all that stuff, they'll make a ton of DLC to earn some extra money. You're right, comrade. Let's go grab some beer. A carrot martini for me!
Yeah, probably brought this to you. Considering they have a similar voice. From me. Aww. That's interesting. Well, if they make DLC, I'm looking forward to it. That was an unexpected ending, honestly. Like, I didn't expect his love to be back here now. Which, well, considering that I've tried to make it a pretty hospitable place for the next Graveyard Keeper, looks like I am the next Graveyard Keeper too. Well, you wonder if you can continue after this to finish the quests. Well, maybe. I'm mildly curious what happens if I bring the 3 dark organs to the Inquisitor, whether you can actually even do that. Like, it might just be that this is the idea of how, oh, you know, you're supposed to bring the dark organs to the Inquisitor, but a dark brain just doesn't exist, so you finish it by giving it to the other guy instead. In the end. And thus, Lazy Bear Games kept on making DLC. Who knows? I mean, I really enjoyed this. It's a bit of a strange ending, honestly. It feels like they ran a bit out of time. Like, it's cute to an extent. Does that just repeat now? I think that just repeats. It's cute to an extent, but oh well. Live streaming. Does anybody know what this even does? Because this seems really strange. So I've read that there is apparently no plan to make the town ever a thing. With enough pressure, maybe. That is a gigantic undertaking. If anything, they would make it into an entire expansion / DLC. Click play. Let's see where we are here. On this one, I heard that would happen, which is why I don't click it. Mixer is a different streaming page. I'm just curious what the streaming thing is supposed to do in the first place. Hey, we are still in cutscene mode. We unlocked cutscene mode to play. We still have the Dark Heart, which means this is our last time we saved, that is. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, thank you very much for watching, for listening to Lurking. This has been Graveyard Keeper. If there's going to be more of this, I'm going to be curious, but mostly play it offline, if anything. I'm going to be curious to just read through the wiki to probably find things I haven't found yet. And yeah. To me, this is really still a fascinating game. In the end, it ended up just kind of dragging on for a bit too long for my taste, like it overstayed its welcome a little bit. But again, I think they are going to balance out most of the things. Or they are at least trying. Whether they are succeeding, we don't know. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, for listening and for lurking, and well, maybe until next time. I'm not going to continue a little? Nah, we've reached our goal.